Hi, thank you for joining me at Sassy Scrapbooking. Today I am going to show you how I made these flowers. I used the Martha Stewart fringe scissors. I saw them at Joann's one day and I purchased them, and they came in very useful for this. I've also made a design in my Cricut design studio so that my Cricut Explorer will actually cut the same patterns here that I'm making. The piece that I eventually use is actually going to be 12 inches by 4 inches wide, and I'm using the quilling tool to curl the individual strands. Actually, I'm doing them two at a time, as you can see, into tight rolls, and these are what actually makes the petals of the flower. So with a 12-inch piece of stock paper, you are going to have to do all the strands, and here is the completed piece, and this is what actually makes up the flower itself. So at this point, what I'm going to do is put some tape on here. Now, when I saw this the first time, I think I saw it on a Pinterest website, and they actually used a glue gun. And while I have a glue gun, I think this actually worked a lot better for me. I also had some floral wire, and it's like 22 gauge, I think, but I mean, whatever you have or whatever you want to use, it's up to you. You just need the wire to be thick enough that it's not going to bend with the weight, and you need it firm enough that you can put it into position and it's going to stay there. So at this point here, I use this one piece and double it up, so I'm kind of getting a measurement of the size, or I should say the length, that I want the wire to be. And we'll just go ahead and snip it off here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how off camera I was actually getting, so I think that's about the worst piece there. Anyway, so I am taking the wire and folding it in half, and then what I found worked really well for me is to go ahead and twist it all the way down. It just made it easier to work with one thick strand as opposed to thinner strands of the wire. They just tend to move around. Also, it was easier to wrap the paper around the thicker strand. Okay, so I'm almost done with this. Soon. No, really, almost done with it. Okay, we're done. Okay, almost. Okay, now we're done. So now, since I've already got the tape on there, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it around. And you want to make sure that when you wrap at an angle so that the paper starts going down the wire. Otherwise, and I've done this, if you're not careful, you end up with a bunch at the top and it never makes its way down. So you have to make sure that you, like I said, you wrap at an angle. And as you wrap, you can see the flower forming. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed the film up. I want you to be able to see how I'm doing it, but I know you don't want to sit through 5 minutes of boring film watching me just wrap this paper around this wire to make this beautiful flower. So there, now it's done. And as you can see, it formed the flowers, and you can adjust the rolls to the petals. You can adjust how you want them. Next, I used a little bit of floral tape on the stem. What I was really trying to do is make the stem a little thicker, not just the wires themselves. And I cut out these little blades of grass. It's one of the image sets that was on the Cricut Design Space, and I put a little bit of tape at the bottom, and then basically I just individually took it and wrapped it around the floral tape so that you can see, the leaves coming out. Really simple, and I just kept doing it until I hit the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and stop the camera and come back as soon as I get all the leaves put on. Okay, well, I've got everything on, and now it's just a matter of fluffing it up and making sure it's fitting where I want. I want to thank you for watching my video at Sassy Scrapbooking. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. I will continue to add new videos as my adventures with the Cricut Explorer continue. Bye for now.